Hey, what's up guys? This is Justin and welcome to another video review. Today I have an LED light kit. This was acquired from the people at came-tv.com and this is their High CRI 1024 LED 1x1s. First off, these have been very difficult to review because there's so much to say about them. It's just hard to cover it all and make it concise. So what I'm going to try to do is break this up into the main, most important things that you guys will probably want to know about before making purchases and whatnot, and just keep the time down. So to start with, like I said, we have the High CRI CAME units, and I've got two right here. I've got the bicolor unit, which is adjustable from the 3200 Kelvin tungsten up to the 5600 Kelvin daylight. Right now I have it at 4000, and I have my key light right here. It's their 5600 Kelvin daylight model. So one advantage to this one, it's slightly brighter at 100% because it's all the same color temperature of bulbs. So that's a slight advantage to it. One thing I do like about it, but it's very nice to be able to adjust the color temperature on the fly with this, and the brightness that these things put out is so much that the couple hundred lux that you gain from this is kind of negligible. It's a few foot candles. But yeah, so I've got both of them. This has a tungsten gel in it right now that's balancing it to the 4000 Kelvin on this. And our camera specs. We're on a Canon 7D. We have a Zeiss 50mm prime lens. That's stopped down to an f5.6 with 160 ISO. Then we're 30 frames per second with 180 degree shutter, so we have 60 shutter. And yeah, I had to stop down to an f5.6 and go with that native ISO just to capture these because they're so bright. You can see I'm going blind from looking at them. This one's right in my face. It's at 10%. That's the lowest it goes to, and it's actually not too hard on the eyes. But this one's at like 35%, I think. So it's definitely got a little more kick to it, and it's pretty close to. Cover the product features of this. So to start with, we have very sturdy steel barn doors. You can lock these things into place and they're not going anywhere. They also double, neat feature, double as your protective shell. So you close that up, then when you're traveling, it's not gonna get messed up on your lenses, protects your LEDs, so all that fun stuff. And these are really sturdy, so big benefit. Turn it around. You can see we have this on a yoke mount. Pull it in here. It's on a yoke mount. This is adjustable for your tilt and angle. ABS resistant plastic V-mount battery pack. So you can run this off of a 12-volt V-mount battery. You can also run it off of the XLR 4-pin input, which is an AC power. And we also have the dimmer switches back here. This one takes it from the tungsten to the daylight temperature. This one dims it. And the coolest feature that I'm sure you noticed, turn it so you can see it, the LCD display on the back. This is a touchscreen, so if you hit it, you can actually change it just like that. Personally, I like to use it as a reference more than anything, so I usually turn the knobs and then I'll take a look to see where I'm at. You can write little notes and makes it really easy with your lighting setup. So yeah, very well made, very sturdy. This does weigh about 7 or 8 pounds, so if you're comparing it to something like a light panel, I think the light panel is around 3 or 4 pounds, but it's really not that bad. You can, if you put a V-mount battery on it, you can still Hollywood it. So with the lighting setup I have right now, you can see how bright this is. So I'm going to kill my key. So the key at about 4 feet away from me, it's towards the ceiling at a little bit of an angle down, puts off quite a lot of light at 35 some percent. And you can see this one at 10% puts off a nice bit of light itself. My backlight is giving me a great rim and whatnot. That's a 32-inch softbox that's probably about 4 feet behind me, Kino style light, 90 CRI. That brings me to the next point. These actually are the most beneficial feature. The reason to buy these is because they are high CRI units. So that's kind of what makes these stand out from the other the other units out there. LEDs have been around for a while now, as you know. We're getting into the third, fourth generations and whatnot of the newer styles, the newer technologies, and that's where these really shine. Older LED units, I have a couple of the little on-camera ones. They have a lot of green in the spectrum, and they're not very great on their CRI ratings. So the high CRI bulbs, CRI, by the way, color rendering index, and it basically just refers to the ability to accurately render colors when captured digitally. So think about it as in the sunlight puts off a very pure white light, and we see colors that are rendered in that white light, and it's beautiful, and if you shot it on a camera, it's probably going to look just like that when you go into post-production for your color correction. Well, with a lower quality low CRI bulb, something in the 70s or 80s, fluorescents and older LEDs, you're going to have kind of a spike where that spectrum is not equally represented. So you'll have, in the green wavelength in particular, a spike where it's higher. So skin tones appear a little bit more green. Reds are a little bit more orangey, and it throws off all of your color process. So with the higher CRI units, it's more accurately represented across the spectrum, and you have all of those colors blending together to give you a nice, pretty look. So these have this, and it's a great feature. They're rated at, I believe, 93 CRI, which is really high. That's up there with the Kino Flows and such. Covered the build and all of that. The last thing probably to go over real quick is the output itself. If you are comparing these to something like a light panel, not only are they substantially cheaper at around $500–600 a piece, a light panel is around $2,500, but for the light output on these, this one in particular is around 961 foot candles when measured at 3 feet. So it's probably about, as far as I am right now, that's only at 10%. I mean, I could blow this out if I wanted to. So right now, we're stopped down to f5.6. I'm at 3 feet, and it's obnoxiously bright. So 961 foot candles. The light panel for $2,500 is only around 97 to 100 foot candles at 4 feet. So it is a foot further measurement. It's not a true 10 times brighter, but it's around 7 or 8 times brighter than the light panel. So for the money, for the high CRI, great unit. I highly recommend it. They come with a little carrying case, pack up quickly, easy to set up. Light. Only other difference that I noticed was the wattage draw. I think these draw 82 watts, whereas a light panel will draw around 40 watts. So basically it's just a lower power light, but for twice the power, you're getting well over twice the output. So keep that in mind. And if you have any questions regarding the video, please comment in the comment section. Be more than happy to answer any of your questions. If you have any product-specific questions, I don't work for cam-tv.com. I'm not being hired by them or anything, so please refer purchase questions to them. And yeah, check it out. Great lighting kit. And if you want to see any more videos, if you enjoyed this one, hopefully it was helpful, click the like button, and you can subscribe if you like. I'm sure I'll put up a few more videos here soon. So thank you.